I'm never going to be the same, you see. It comes and goes like Stalpit. Edoyer Lalma is still very emotional when he talks about what happened on Sunday evening. Lalma was out fishing near Varennes, Quebec. The water connects to Lake Champlain in the US. But Lalma says he knows for certain he was on the Canadian side. I'm seeing them. They're coming towards me. And I know in my heart, I'm in Canada. I said. They can't do nothing to me. The boat that was approaching, he says, was the US Coast Guard. They asked him to turn off his engine. He complied. They told him he was in US territory. No, I'm very sorry. I'm in Canada. And I said, you know, I'm polite enough to talk to you guys. But you cannot arrest me. You can't. You can't come across the border and pick me up. And they did. Llama says he started his engine and tried to make his way further into Canada, but he says the Coast Guard followed and tried pushing him into the US. Eventually, his boat capsized. Llama was in the water and says he was drowning. You know what they're doing? They're tying my boat to their boat. They're not even taking care of me, at all. I'm the one told them. The third time I went down, coming out with water in my mouth, spitting it out, I said, throw me a buoy. He says he was handcuffed on the US Coast Guard boat and eventually turned over to Border Patrol. He was detained and placed in a holding cell. Without a proper explanation, he says. I said. Are you arresting me? No, sir. You're detained. I said. Detained for what? I said. You're aggressive. I didn't do nothing to you guys. I didn't even hit you guys. In a statement to CTV News, the US Coast Guard says the operator was informed that he was in US customs waters. While the Coast Guard's 29 feet response boat was alongside the vessel, the operator put the vessel in motion and ignored commands to maintain course and speed for boarding purposes. The vessel then made an abrupt turn and struck the port bow of the Coast Guard. They go on to say that Llama's boat capsized and he ended up in the water, but the Coast Guard promptly recovered him. He was eventually transferred to US Border Patrol custody, and the Coast Guard says the actions of the operator of the Canadian vessel are currently under investigation. We treat our pets better than they treated him. After hours in a cell, Llama was released. When I saw him in per come from the Canadian Customs, and he was flabbergasted. I mean, I'd never seen him like that. We've been together for a very long time. He's like a beaten man. He says he was injured, but he just wants an apology from the US Coast Guard, and he's speaking out as a warning to other Canadians. I want the people to know and to beware. Stay away from the border, even if it's 500, 600 feet away from there.